Well, it is becoming even clearer day by day, week by week, just how horrifically weak both the Conservatives and Labour are when it comes to defending our borders. And I wrote about this, by the way, over at Heather News. You can see my article there. I'll put a link down below. You can read all my articles via my Substack over at heather.news. Do check out my latest article down below. Now, Labour, despite all the tough talk, have been exposed already as having no plan whatsoever, no credible plan to stop these crossings. You're seeing this go on now, these crossings from France to England at a disturbing rate. And as the Conservative government allowed, pretty much every single day at the moment, you see the figures there in terms of the number of people crossing and the number of boats. Every single day at the moment, it is absolutely disgraceful. Of course, the government could say, if you come via this route, you're coming without our permission, you're coming illegally, therefore you will automatically be disqualified from claiming asylum in this country and will take you back to France. But instead of doing that, of course, people put up in hotels. And so no surprise that you're seeing Reform UK in the latest seat estimate. If you take the average of polls for February 2025, Reform would be the largest party. Now, Chris Philp of the Conservatives criticising Labour for this current situation, saying that Labour has lost control of our borders and they shouldn't have cancelled the Rwanda deterrent. But of course, it was the Conservative government who pathetically bowed down to a European court, bowed down to the ECHR, allowed them to block a government policy. And I think this really does crystallise just how pathetic and weak the Conservatives in government are, given Rishi Sunak, speaking to the BBC, said this.
The way it was communicated wasn't quite right. It was too stark, it was too binary, and I probably should have put those priorities, which I still believe were the right priorities, in a better context for exactly how challenging it was.
So trying to stop the boats was right, but a slogan saying we will stop the boats was wrong.
I think that the communications around it was too stark, and it was very much a reflection of mine and a lesson from it.
Don't promise things you can't deliver.
Yeah, it was. Look, I thought there was a value in clarity.
So on top of talking about that stop the boat slogan, Rishi Sunak also said that he now backs leaving the ECHR if it's not reformed. That the court has taken on new powers. There has been mission creep. It does need to reform or we should leave. Well, you had the chance to actually implement change, totally failed, and so we have this ongoing catastrophe. But I think it says much, as the likes of Patrick O'Flynn are picking up on, that rather than regretting the failure to enforce the border and stop the boats, instead Sunak regrets promising to stop the boats in the first place. Lord Frost, a Conservative, also saying the problem was the failure to deliver the slogan, not the slogan. A solution was available, but the government effectively refused to implement it, refused to leave the ECHR. And that is why you're now seeing already the Conservatives as the third party. The battle at the next election will be, do you want to go on with this madness with Labour, who are pledging to never leave the ECHR, or will you vote for Reform UK? Do let me know your thoughts on all of that in the comments below though, please guys. I will of course keep bringing you all the latest on this and much more. So please do like this video a quick thumbs up. And of course, as ever, cheers for watching.